Let's go on to the phone lines now and speak to Eric Asante. He is the Accra West ECG Public Relations Officer. Good afternoon, sir. Thank you very much for your time.
Yeah, good afternoon, and thank you for having me.
Well, to start with, how is ECG in general and your outfit taking the order from the PURC that you suspend the current software that you're using for the billing?
Yes, thank you, and good afternoon to your listeners. I should say that ECG was taken aback when we heard the information that we should suspend the current billing software that we operate with.
Mr. Asante, I cannot hear you. I cannot hear you in the studio. If you can kindly, I think we are having some technical challenges. Kindly hold on briefly for us while we sort that out. But we are trying to find out from him what the ECG makes of the PURC's order. And are we good to go now? Yes, sir. Kindly continue, Mr. Asante.
Hello, can you hear me now?
Yes, I can hear you.
Hello, can you hear me now?
Yes, I can hear you, sir. Thank you.
Yes, as I indicated, as a company, we were seriously taken aback when we had the information on air that we are supposed to suspend the new software that we use in billing most of our postpaid customers. Although we were so surprised because we were in some discussions with the PURC on the way forward to, as it were, solve these problems that are characterized with our billing. But I should also add that as a regulator, once he identifies some problems with your operations, he has the right to ask you to do the right thing by engaging you in a discussion and give you some timelines to. So
Mr. Asante, from what I'm deducing from your answer is that the ECG was aware that there was some sort of a problem.
Absolutely, absolutely.
And for how long had you known this?
Once you run a system and you are the technical person on the software, definitely when you churn out wrong information, you would be aware about some of the problems. It is just the degree of error that was so overwhelming. There are some amount of billing that are churned out which are not to be deviled with.
Okay, and how long had you known? How long had the ECG known of this problem?
This software was a pilot project that was rolled out in some districts. But when we went en bloc, or when we went on a larger scale, that is where we started detecting about a month and a half ago that we detected that some of the customers were having some.
Okay, about a month and a half ago.
Yes, that we realized that some of the customers were having some anomalies with the billing. Let me state emphatically here that when you give a customer a bill, if he's supposed to pay some amount of bill which he regularly pays, and it is not within the range of the amount you give him, if it quadruples or it moves into thousands of cities, let's say he's supposed to pay 100 Ghana cedis, and you give him a bill of 10,000 Ghana cedis, obviously the customer would not make payments on that. He would approach you and make a case about the bill and say emphatically that this is a wrong bill. So what you do is that you rebill and make sure you correct the anomaly.
But Mr. Asante,
if you take 10 out of 15, about only 5 people would even go willingly to make a payment on a bill that is wrong.
That is wrong. Okay, so, but Mr. Asante, if for over a month the ECG knew about this, what did you do in terms of public education that there is some problem that you have detected and you are working on it? Because a lot of people were complaining and the directive to suspend it came from the PURC only yesterday, and you are saying that you had known about it for well over 1 month. I'm
saying that when you bill, there is a degree of error that you would grapple with. There is no system that you can build that you can have an exact billing that is devoid of any error. That is when the degrees of error started coming up. That is where we started making our customers aware. You know, we deal with customers not on air. We deal with customers with the customer relations assistants who visit our customer service center.
Right.
And it's at that place that we have to handle those issues with our customers. When you have a problem with any operative or any services that you have, it is the operative that you go to solve the problem. It is not on air that you go and solve that problem with the customer.
All right, Mr. Asante. And finally, now that you are saying that you are surprised at the PURC's directive, does that mean you would have to go into another meeting with them, or you will go directly according to their directive and suspend?
We have to go and sit down with them, talk about the issues on the ground. The fact that a software is churning out wrong billing or overbilling doesn't mean that the entire software is faulty. This is a software that has combined all our.
So you will not suspend. That's what I'm. So you are not going to suspend the usage of that software until you.
It is not in my power to say that we are not going to suspend. We need to look at the issues on the ground. There are genuine problems with the software. There are problems with the billing that is churning out. So what we do is that we sit down, solve the problem, and move forward. If you say we stop the software entirely, it means that our customers are going to use the power without any billing going to them.
All right,
so
fair
we
point.
Need to talk about the issues and move forward.
All right. Thank you very much, Mr. Eric Asante. He is the Accra West Public Relations Officer of the Electricity Company of Ghana, clearly saying that the ECG knew about the problem well over 1 month, but the directive for them to suspend using that software came only yesterday, and they are surprised that the PURC is asking them to suspend that. Also, I asked him then that does that mean that since you're surprised, you're not going to suspend the usage of that software as directed by the regulator, PURC? And he says it is not in his capacity to say that, but they are looking forward to meeting the PURC and negotiate this further, which would mean that if you are still getting bills in excess of 3-4 times of what you regularly pay, you're likely to receive that until some new directive comes up.